Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, HTB. Feels like a while since I've actually done that. Hope all is well. Hope you guys are going good and all is good on a Tuesday, I guess day, night, whatever time it is you're watching. Look, it has been a bit chilly here and I hope whether you guys are watching, you guys are safe and obviously keeping C19 safe if you get my drift wherever you are. Look, this is the Warriors review where I give you guys my thoughts and opinions and all that sweet stuff. So before I do, just remember to please like, share, subscribe. I'm actually pretty close to 100, so I'd appreciate if you guys could still continue to, I guess, help me on that journey as we keep growing and continuing. So thanks again, guys, for being part of this. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so look, the Warriors against the Dragons, right? So, yeah, look, it's a home game for us. Obviously, a game that's probably filled with drama, not necessarily from the Dragons' point, but from our point. No Walsh, no Ewan Aitken, and no Curran as well, as we all know. Those two players were on a plane where somebody actually tested positive for C19. So they are now having to isolate. Thankfully, both of them are negative for their results, which is good. However, due to standard procedure, they must now be in isolation. I was actually reading on Ewan Aitken's Instagram and he said that he wasn't supposed to board that plane. The plane he was supposed to board had been changed. So there you go. It's really unfortunate. But in saying that, I'm happy both those guys are safe. They are well, and we'll see them in 2 weeks' time. And it looks like they're going to be obviously told programs and stuff what to do, how to keep fit during that time period. So the Warriors announced their team, and if you guys don't know already, Reece Walsh is not playing due to an injury, but hopefully he'll be back in the fortnight's time as well. So it's probably a good thing where all the boys come back at the same time. But as you can see, the fullback is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck back at his natural position. Then for the wings, we have DWZ and Kossi. And then for the centre pairings, we have Pompey and Montoya. For the halves, we have Nikorima and Townsend. And then for the props, we have Adam Fanor-Blake and Evans. And for the hooking position, we have Egan. For the two second rows, we have Katoa and Ben Murdoch-Masila. And then the lock position, we have Tohu Harris. For the bench, we have Tevanga, Ahamau, Afor, and Sirenen. And then for the reserves, we have Berry, Murchie, Otukolo, and O'Sullivan. As you can see there, I've probably named two names that are foreign to us. Maybe not Townsend, but obviously DWZ. And Dylan Watene-Selesniak makes his debut for us. And Chad Townsend returns after being away for 6 years, I believe. Yeah, 6 years away from us. So it's good to have him back. And it's great that he's back in the colours. And to be honest, we probably do need him, truth be told. And Chanel Harris-Tavita comes back by all reports in next month. And he won't need any surgery, so there's always that to look forward to as well. So straight off the bat, my first question is Montoya and Kossi, how they're going to cope defensively. Kossi being in the squad, very surprised by that. But yeah, Kossi being there as well, probably, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, he's been okay, has a bit of pace, but I'm unsure if he can, if he really translates well to the NRL, if that makes sense for me personally. Again, Montoya, should they have swapped? Should Berry have been in place of Kossi, right? So Berry be at centre and then Montoya at wing. That's what I was thinking. I'm a bit probably bummed out that Otukolo is not playing as well. He should have been in the bench, no doubt. I would have picked him ahead of Tevanga. So I would have probably picked Berry and Otukolo as well to play. I'm not sure how that defensive thing's going to go there. Looking forward to DWZ and what he brings on the offensive end as well. With Pompey, look, it's a whole heap of unknowns. That's probably what I'm thinking, especially in the back line there. We don't know what's going to happen. And against a pretty, I guess, somewhat experienced back line, especially with Beal playing, then you've got Brandon Viliame, and then you've got Bird. Yeah, and then obviously Dufty as well. It could potentially go pear-shaped for us, but I'm hoping that's not the case. But obviously, with Kossi, it's probably a questionable sort of a player to bring in my opinion. And as mentioned before, the halves, we've got Nikorima and Townsend as well. It's going to be good to see Townsend come and play for us and lead us from the front. I'm going to be looking forward to seeing how he directs the boys as well and how his kicking game is. And I guess how him and Nikorima sort of gel together. As I've said and stated before many a time, seems like a bit of a, I guess, a puzzle piece every single week, right? These different combinations virtually every week, and this is no different. But this time, obviously, hoping that there's some stability at least with Townsend until CHT comes back. Then we'll see what happens there. It's gonna get interesting because I'm pretty sure Townsend has cemented that spot there at halfback. So it just depends on Nikorima, CHT, and I guess by the looks of it, O'Sullivan. For the props, AFB, great. Evans, I don't know why he's in the squad. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not really a fan of him. It does not bring impact that we need. Has been known to be, well, has missed a few crucial tackles too. Sure, you can talk about the meters he makes, but I mean, that's really hit and miss, isn't it? There's no game where he's averaging over, 150 odd meters. It's quite below that, actually. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of him personally. Again, we'll just see what happens, right? Because you just got to back the boys to do the job that they're given. But yeah, I guess for me personally, Evans is probably on the same level as Gossi. For me personally, in terms of questionable choices, I would win another direction personally. And then look for the second rows, you've got Katoa and Ben Murdoch-Masila. Now, BMM, I would have preferred him to come off the bench. Say, for example, you put Sirinen ahead of Ben Murdoch-Masila, because I believe, as I said before, Ben Murdoch-Masila works better as a reserve, as a bench player coming in when the boys are tired from the opposition, and he sort of goes in there and rams them and, sort of has his way with them and allows us to move up forward. However, being that he starts at second row, we can always see what happens. But I just think he's probably more effective, as a bench as opposed to starting. With Katoa, I can see again. I knew he would be picked. I guess for him, it's just about fine tuning his skills. Again, I do see potential in Katoa. I do believe he can give us what we need from a second rower. There just needs to be some fine tuning. He runs some great lines, and for someone who is so big, he can run pretty gracefully too at times. But it's just understanding that potential, understanding what he has, and using it to the best of his ability. And who knows, maybe that Townsend sort of Katoa thing might work out. We don't know. Just got to wait and see on game day. And then obviously there's Harris, who to me personally is a rock no matter where he is. So there you go. As for the bench, touched on it before. Tevanga, Armau, R4, Sirinen. Yeah, look, Armau, R4. I think they're good. Obviously, I probably would have put Armau in front of Evans or even R4 personally. As for Tevanga, well, not the biggest fan per se. I'm just hoping that if he does play, he can clean up that discipline, right? That is my only gripe with him, is the discipline issue. If he can sort of, clean that away and get that out, then it'll be better for us as a team, I believe. So I'm hoping, especially with his matchup against Maguire, right? These are two ill-disciplined players, right? Is this game going to be about a game of who gives the most penalties away? Because I'll tell you what, man, between these two alone, you could have a good contest on who can give away the most penalties, and that's not something I'm looking forward to. So I'm hoping that Tevanga doesn't get baited in by the opposition, because he's a very fiery person, and it's all going well. Like I said, it's great, but if there's no accountability with the way that he behaves on the field, we can go sort of anywhere, right? We're not probably in the best position when he's like that. So again, yeah. And as I touched on the reserve, look, Otokolo, I would have preferred him because I think he had a good showing there against the Knights. Probably a bit unfortunate for him actually to be replaced and to be dropped down into the reserves. I'm hoping he can get back. And as for Barry too, I would like to see him. Murchie as well. Look, I like him and I don't like him. I think he's on the same level as Katoa. There's potential there. But obviously, again, with both those guys, he's obviously a bit hit and miss there as well. So, look, there's our squad, right? I guess I've just sort of touched on the Dragon squad, but I guess some of the players you can look for is these Tufty, Williame, there's Bird, there's Beale, obviously these are halves, right? Norman and Hunt, and I guess Hunt would be feeling it from Origin, so expect a bit more. McCulloch as well from the hooking position. Then you can sort of see, DeBellin too, and Sims, he's hot off the press, man. He's probably one of the best informed second rowers going at the moment from an Origin point of view as well. So it's about Warriors trying to control that as well, because I think if the Dragons get some go for it, it's going to be a bit hard. But yeah, that is sort of like my thoughts there on the Warrior squad, and as I touched on before, the Dragon squad as well. So I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts, some improvements, key players, so on and so forth. So let's get into it. So my thoughts again on the Warriors. Look, it's going to be very unknown. I'm not sure how this backline is going to react. I'm not even sure how we're going to react defensively. I'm pretty scared that there's going to be a lot of points leaked to be quite honest. However, the only, I guess, positive feeling really is that Townsend is at the helm of the ship. That is the Warriors ship. That is very inconsistent. But yeah, look, you've got our forwards there who should hopefully do the job. But again, I just don't think there's enough go forward, and you're versing a team like the Dragons who are very rough and rugged, and they definitely know how to go forward. So I'm just hoping that we can meet them at that. Physically, I'm just not sure where we're going to go. You know what I mean? So, and even attacking wise, I'm really just unsure. I don't know how's RTS going to react being back in the, being back in the fullback position, especially with the players around him. I don't know. I think for me, this is more like a game of unknown as opposed to what's in front of us. And obviously, as touched on before, Walsh is out, so that is something that definitely will hurt us. So the Dragons, again, you probably don't know what they're going to give us, but they're 7th place. We're 11th. Is it a win? Is it a do or die game for us? Absolutely is. I think every game is from this point. Again, how do we react to that? I don't know, but I hope we win this game. Some of the improvements, I guess, for the Warriors, as stated before many times, and I'm not the only one who says it, defense is the numero uno, I think, and we've got to really solidify ourselves there. Dragons don't appear to be the best attacking team, but in that situation, we still got to put them to bed. We still got to defensively read them. We still got to be there defensively to meet them. And I'm just hoping we do, because again, the backs don't give me much confidence, to be quite honest. Some of the key players to look out for, I guess, for the Warriors. You got Roger Tuvashek playing at fullback. You got Dallin White and Selesniak. Probably see what Montoya can do. You got Townsend as well, Adam Fanor-Blake, Gator, Ben Murdoch-Masila, and then obviously these Tohu Harris as well. As for Egan, defensively, great, solid player. Love watching his work. Could there be an added game? Absolutely. I would like to see him be more of an attacking hooker. I just want to see probably a bit more attack, bit of a running game that can help us is probably what I want to see as well. So those are my key players there. For the try scorers, probably go. Let's go for the try scorers. Let's go Ben Murdoch-Masila, Adam Fanor-Blake, and how about Dallin White and Selesniak, and probably even give Townsend a bit of a smoky, or even Nikorima. Yeah, probably Nikorima a smoky for try as well. So yeah, that is sort of my predictions there for try scorers. And I guess overall the prediction, right? So I've given you guys my thoughts. Now it's time for me to give you guys, I think, a conclusion as to what I think. I think the Warriors, man, I'm trying to be very optimistic about this game, but the reality is that backline to me, it's just a whole bunch of unknown. I don't know what's going to happen. Just purely because it's home, I think I want to give this one to the Warriors. In terms of scoreline, look, this might be a pretty close, gritty game, or could be opened, you know what I mean? Like, the Warriors got the wood over them over at home, right? When the Dragons were playing at home. Now it's our turn. So hopefully if we can get this other win as well, I think it'll do so much good for us, obviously, in our standings and ladder, and looking at how congested it is. I think the Warriors win this game 14 points to 10. That's what I think. I don't think this is going to be an attacking game. I think this is going to be very slow and very methodical, I think, the way this is approached. But in saying that, it can get very ugly too. And I don't see the Warriors piling up too many points, to be quite honest. I don't really have much faith in that backline there, I'm sorry to say. But look, besides that, we'll just have to see what happens. Again, anything can happen in the rugby league field, as we know. So I'm hoping that is the case in a more positive way. But that's probably my sort of thoughts there. Warriors 14, Dragons 10, and we'll just go from there. But hey, thanks guys for watching. Take it easy. I appreciate it. There'll definitely be more videos coming up. There'll be some tips as well. And we'll just go from there. But thanks guys for watching. Take it easy. And I'll see you guys next time. And Warriors, you know what you got to do, right? Hold the ball. See you guys next time.